See that thing pop up. Good morning, everybody.
I can't hear nothing.
You can't hear nothing? Well, watch this. You hear that now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
We're back. Good morning. Boy, check out the stream today. If you are not about to be entertained, I don't know what your problem is. Well, but both our teams survived last night, huh?
They did.
Both the team, the
They did.
Royals, got it done late.
Yes.
You had to be worried.
I was worried.
Now, who's y'all's team? I know Royals is one.
Royals, I'm a Braves fan.
Oh,
I've been a Braves fan growing up, out back east, back
Fair
in
enough.
Charlotte. But last night was pretty exciting because not only did the Braves win, but on the bump last night was Spencer Schwellenbach, former Nebraska pitcher. Shortstop.
Ryan 840 says, "Morning, gents and legends."
Boy, which one's a legend? Say it, Ryan 840. Let's see. Let's just start the controversy now.
I think we know.
Might as well start it now.
I think we know.
Yeah, I'm just a standout. He's a legend.
Oh,
You know.
morning, Shane.
Yeah.
Man, it's always a treat when you two come in.
I'm gonna sit back.
we coming for a good cause.
Oh, we are.
No, we're gonna be nice to each other this
We're gonna be
morning.
nice to each other. We're gonna talk Husker hoops, football, talk Major League Baseball. Also, Troy Dannon spoke yesterday on a few things.
Hey, push that mic a little closer to Shoe. Yeah, there
we
you go.
Also, we'll get into a quarterback out west that is gonna sit out.
UNLV.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about him. What up, Nora? Good morning.
Hi, Nora.
That's not how I usually say it. Say that again.
Hi, Nora.
Thank you.
We were out late last night.
Ooh.
Yeah, we had a friend's birthday. We were at tavern.
What?
It's a fun day.
I went to a softball game last night.
Softball.
Yeah.
What? Did they look at you weird?
No, I went to go see my guy Patrick
Oh,
North.
you went out there to the old man softball
Yeah.
out north, probably out at Mahoney Park.
Yep.
You went to
Yeah,
watch those knuckleheads play.
Yeah, it's kind of cool though. Softball, man, they go at it, man.
I can't believe they're still playing. I did that for like 15
You play
20
softball?
years.
You were a baseball player. That's right.
Yeah, I was, a multiple sport athlete too. Yeah, true.
He was so good. He turns
Could
down.
you kind of elaborate on that?
He was so good. He's the one that turns down Hall of Fames.
Yeah.
Yes, the Delaware, the Delaware County.
T, all-state quarterback, all-state basketball, pitcher, baseball, track, 880.
I mean,
Just a few.
Ping pong.
Oh yeah, state ping pong.
ping pong. He said ping pong.
Well, I gotta throw. Hey, he was a state champion.
So,
Legend.
Legend. Ryan at 40 says he went plural. Anybody wears the red is legend. In my book.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see any red over there.
Ooh.
He's dressing up today.
He is. He's got something to tell us.
Yeah.
Big day for
He's neutral today.
Yeah, he's for the listeners. He's being nice to
Is
me.
it like Canada? He's like Canada. He's neutral.
I'm just here to support the show and see my good friend Henry T. Buchanan.
Oh.
Have you guys seen enough of each other today already?
Not Thomas?
Well, I mean, everybody knows your middle name is Thomas. But,
Yeah.
No, they don't.
Oh, well, they
They-
do now.
They do if they listen to
Well, at
the
least
show.
so far, 10 of them know.
Does do everybody know your middle name?
Oh, that's uncharted.
I don't think I don't.
I don't.
It's Dwayne with a U.
Dwayne.
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 Dwayne with a U. Not a W, a U. So it looks shorter.
Oh boy. Good morning, Greg.
Oh, gosh. You are something else. I
What?
tell you.
I actually knew that. I think you called him Dwayne on the show once.
Yeah.
Dwayne.
I'm not going to come back at him. I
No, you
promise my
can't.
wife. She says, Jerry,
You know she's probably going to tune in today,
she's
right?
listening right now. Yeah.
Is she streaming? Do you think she'll stream it or just
Yeah.
listen?
She says, you got to go into political mode.
Oh,
Leave Henry alone. So,
But you can't help yourself.
Henry. Oh, no, he won't be able to today.
I think he will.
You think?
I think he will.
I can do it.
Oh, so you're voting shoe?
Well, if he convinces me.
So he has like, here's his chance.
Yeah, this is it. The morning hookup can make your decision today.
Do y'all have debates?
Yes.
Sit tight, everybody.
Right.
This is the Morning Hookup on KFOR.
Good morning, Lincoln, Nebraska. Happy hump day. Welcome in the Morning Hookup. Bill Hooks, Will Wilson. If you're streaming with us, you can also see two legends in the park today. Hanging out with us. Henry T. Buchanan, Jerry Shoecraft, hanging out with us. It's going to be an electric day.
Hi, Shoe.
How you doing, Thomas?
Okay, Dwayne, with a U.
Wow. I mean, the stories that have been told already sitting here are immaculate. Let's just call it that.
It's always a treat when we get these
Hey,
two.
Bill and Will, how y'all doing, fellas?
It is a treat.
Well, and you notice today, Bill, we put them at the opposite side of the table.
Look at this. Like, they can't tell that, but they're on each end.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that's because I wanted to be able to see you.
Yeah.
So we can communicate.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Which is good.
Which is really good.
Yeah.
So good morning. Thanks for coming in and hanging out with us on a hump day. We have a lot of fun today. Again, we got T and Shoe hanging out with us. Going to talk some hoops because I know for a fact that T's been at practice like the last 4 days in a row. Kind of get some thoughts on that. Husker football. Troy Dannon, AD Dannon, spoke yesterday on a lot of topics that we got some audio from. One that I told you I was not a fan of, that I don't think he was a fan of either. And he has sent a letter saying he's not a fan of something. So we'll talk about that. And there's a lot of stories out there. And I think one that we'll really dive into a little bit is the UNLV quarterback that's going to sit the rest of the year. He's going to take his red shirt because what he was promised or whatever happened did not happen. So he's taking his football and going home.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a lot of takes on that right now.
Yeah, I can't wait for that one.
And before we get there, by the way,
Did his check bounce?
I don't know.
It might
I don't
have
know if he
actually.
got a check.
It might have.
He was promised one, but
It did not happen.
that did not happen.
So we'll get to that. Before we get to some hoops and talking with the two legends here, boy, baseball last night. 6 games left leading up to this weekend being done and coming on. Your Royals got it done.
Thank God.
That was a extra inning finish.
Yes.
0-0 through 9.
Uh-huh. Yeah. You probably wouldn't have saw me today if we lost that game. So thank God they won.
But now they're in a good situation. They're sitting up there 2 up
yeah,
with 5 to play.
right.
It's a good situation.
I hope you're right.
I'm just saying it's a good situation. Another win, another loss puts it dormy,
Not right.
right? So you're
Mhm.
hoping for that tonight. If the Royals
Another
can get it done
Kansas
again.
City team that gets a break.
There it is. Right.
I'll
Right.
take it, Shu.
It's the truth.
I'll take it.
Is the Royals in it? I mean, Orioles?
Oh, yeah. They just clinched. They already clinched, I believe. Royals
Well, at least one
Orioles.
Baltimore
Orioles.
team's play well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the
Orioles have
Yankees, they clinched
But both
the
have
division.
clinched. Division
Yeah.
clinched. Orioles are in the playoffs. They're
Hmm.
just really waiting on that last couple of spots in the wild card to get done.
Yep.
Also in baseball last night, being a Braves fan, Braves-Mets series, always an electric one.
Yeah.
It's amazing to me in baseball how they always works out that these series always come down like to the final weeks.
Yeah.
Especially it's like the Braves and the Mets. Here they are. The last few years, they've had the same series, but it hadn't mattered. Now it's like, oh, and all of a sudden they matter.
Mhm.
Braves get it done last night in big fashion against the Mets. But the story of that one is Spencer Schwellenbach, former Husker, goes out, I believe 7 innings, 1 run, couple hits, strikeouts, phenomenal performance when you needed it from a rookie to get him started. So now they are sitting, I believe, a half game back.
And
Of
he's
the-
coming
of
off
that
of
final.
Tommy John
Yep,
surgery. So,
Yep.
yeah.
So he
Mhm.
comes
Awesome.
out. He's made his way to that team for the foreseeable future, the way he has
Yeah.
pitched this year. Somewhere in that where we said yesterday, 118 strikeouts and 21 walks in his 20 starts.
Pretty impressive.
So that got done. Also, it was an NL West team that clinched last night, and they clinched in dramatic fashion, by the way, if you didn't see this. Padres-Dodgers game last night. The game ended with a 5-4-3 triple play, and the Padres clinched a playoff spot.
Wow.
Wow.
5-4-3 triple play. Get it done. They're in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what's the
About
odds of that occurring?
Oh, great. It's way out.
But especially the way they did it, because it was a ground ball to third base.
It had to happen that way.
It wasn't caught in the air. It
No.
was,
A ground ball.
yeah. It was
Force
crazy.
Force out on third.
Yep. It was close enough to the bag, touch, go, and go. Got it done.
So
They
third to
clinched.
second to first.
Yeah, 5, 4, 3 across. Boom. Got it done.
Unheard of.
Yeah, the guy must have ran to first base about the speed of Shoe.
That's what I was
I
wondering.
figured that was coming. I knew
Wow.
Wow.
I
Wow.
was wondering how long it was going to take.
I didn't.
you know,
It does
you know,
nothing.
but you know what? I'm not going to bite
You
on
can't
it.
do it.
I
You can't do it. Greg said, Greg will know if you will. You're saying you would put a bag over your head if the Royals would have lost?
It would have been something like that. Yeah. Or it
They
would have
got 2
kept
games
drinking.
up, 5 to play. You're good to go. You kept drinking anyway. Shut up.
No, I behaved last night at the tavern. Yes, I did.
He did.
Yeah.
All right.
That's a miracle.
Nor did he behave. That's the question.
Shoot, I agree.
Nora, did he behave? Let's ask the
Yeah,
question. to the,
she'll agree. I behaved. Yeah.
And I'm talking about a miracle. It's the same situation with T's 36 seconds he got in the game.
36 seconds. Well, I thought it was more than that.
No, it was 36.
It used to be 52.
oh, yeah, it's gone down. It's less and less. So, again, we're hanging out this morning. Before we get there, Shu, what's happening in your world, man? What's
Hey.
happening in your world?
I'm very excited. I announced yesterday that I'm going to be the candidate for the Lincoln City Council in the primary election of 2025. As most people know, I have 8 years previous experience, so I've been watching and watching our city grow, and I'm going to bring some passion and leadership to get some things done. So
Nice.
I'm very
back
excited
at
about
it,
it.
back on it, and you're going to
Yeah.
be spending some time with Moats here in a little bit as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Talk with him. So there it is.
That's very exciting.
It's
Shu.
exciting
Yeah.
news.
That's very
Like,
exciting.
It's great because he walked in this morning and he had a title before his name when he was talking to Henry Thomas.
Yeah, he didn't
Yeah.
realize you were on speakerphone.
I heard him.
Yeah.
I heard him.
So you're returning to the
Right.
city, trying to return to the city council. What sparked this, Shu? What?
Well, I've been looking at our community and I think I can bring a better vision and leadership to the city council. My platform is going to consist of de facto East Beltway, which is much needed, while we figure out a permanent plan for East Beltway, and then the traffic congestion. And I studied some models in Alexandria, Virginia, on how we can improve alleviate our traffic congestion in Lincoln. And I'm going to implement that and get cooperation from the county on some other projects. But I'm very excited. Studied the budget already. I see some areas where we need to have more fiscal responsibility, and we need to support our small businesses and smart plan development. So I'm excited. I got a lot on the platform, a lot to offer, and I'm excited to get this campaign going.
Can you, Adam, take away the damn bike lanes?
Oh,
Oh, my bad.
why do you care? You don't even bike.
Listen, man, when you're downtown and they got their own damn light that blinks for their bikes that aren't coming.
Yeah. People like to bike. Well, Shu, I have a lot of experience in the political world, and I will definitely join your campaign if you need help. Just let me know. I'm a phone call
Awesome.
away.
Thank you, my
Somebody might
friend.
have put
Thank you.
to get on their bike and put those signs out.
Yeah.
And I do my best from Arizona too. I mean, there's with the social media platform that we have, I've already shared your
You always shared it.
yes.
Well, thanks, Thomas. I appreciate that.
So go check that out. It's out there. He released it. We're excited for you, Shu.
Thank
There'll
you.
be more. You'll start seeing the signs all popping up and a lot of good stuff coming out of there.
Is there any way people can find what you want to be doing? Is there what you have a website?
We're going to be creating a website here very shortly. In the meantime, in the press release, I left my email address and phone number for anyone who wants to ask questions, join the campaign team. But I do appreciate Henry initially helping out and while he's been here, staying in our house again, but it's going to be a lot of fun. So
Awesome. Well, you heard it here first, by the way,
Mhm.
on the voice of a guy with experience doing this. Few comments. Ryan 840 says, "Preach, Shu. Sounds like solid plan." Greg says, "Cool. Good to hear, Shu." Theo Malone says, "I'll walk a precinct for Shu."
awesome.
I will too. I'll be with
Look
him.
at that. Look
Mhm.
at this. We're starting this up already. I love it.
Well, congrats, Shu. That's
Congrats.
Well,
awesome.
thank you.
Congratulations, my
I appreciate
man.
it.
Yep.
Yep.
And we'll be here to support.
Remember, I
you,
was
my
your
friend.
treasurer last time.
Yeah.
Is that what it can? No, I'm not.
Yeah.
What kind of?
Yeah. I mean, I'm happy that you're in Arizona.
Such great stuff. Well, let's jump into some sports, man. How about Husker hoops right now? We talked to Robin Washington yesterday. One, they got a commit, Quentin Rhymes.
Yes.
Which I love that name, Quentin Rhymes.
Oh,
Sounds like he's going to be shooting some threes.
Oh, the guy can flat out play. I got an opportunity to watch him play this summer in AAU
Phoenix,
tournament.
right? He's in Phoenix.
Yeah, he's in
It's
Phoenix now, and he actually participated in the AAU basketball tournament there. And one of our coaches, Coach Ernie Ziegler, was in town, and I was happened to just be at the tournament watching a good friend of mine's, Lisa Keller Wilkins. Her two sons played in it as well, and found out Bernard Gardner's a former Husker sons were participating as well. And lo and behold, we see Coach Ziegler there. I'm like, hey, guy, what's going on? And went and talked to him. He said, hey, I'm watching this kid I really had an interest in. And it was just Quentin Grimes. So I watched several of his games. And 6'7", slasher, can shoot the three, very athletic, very calm under pressure. And he'll be a big-time asset for us. And I got a chance to meet the parents and talk to them. And
sealed the deal.
Well, I think I saw he was like top. He was on the 150.
Yes.
On three.
Yeah,
he's a 4-star recruit.
Yeah, 4-star recruit. Yeah, 4-star recruit.
This kid's legit then.
Yep.
I plan on watching him play. He's going to be playing for Hillcrest prep school in Phoenix. So I'll get an opportunity to watch him play and get D. Vic and Jamar Johnson to join me to go watch some games and kind of support the kid and let him know Huskers are everywhere like we are.
Awesome. There was another kid in town, by the way, that is like 6'11", 7'2" wingspan. Robin Washington said the kid had over a 30-inch vert at 6'11", getting up. I want to ask you guys about the type of big man we're talking about. You look at what Hoiberg's trying to do with it's the hybrid big man.
Yeah.
Right. Because big man back when you guys played, not to, the age wise, but like it was a standard big man.
Right.
Big up, post him up, big man, one step drop, get to the rim, maybe get fouled, try to get a dunk or get rebounds.
Right.
Right now, talk about the hybrid big man on what we're trying to do, because the offense is different now.
Yeah. Well, with mine, Rich Keene was the beginning of the hybrid at 7'2". He didn't play with his back to the basket. He played kind of around the 15-foot. He had a nice 15-foot. He wasn't shooting threes, of course, but around 15, 18 feet, he can shoot it and, handle the ball, capacity. So he was kind of the beginning of that. But it also had Richard Van Pogies, who was the conventional post up, hook shot, what have you. And but nowadays,
well, Nebraska's got a couple of them. You're talking about Andrew Morgan that come out of the
Dakota. And Andrew Morgan can flat out shoot it.
Burke's a guy that's the same kind of guy.
Y'all gonna love this kid from Turkey. You're gonna love this kid. He's a lefty and very, very high basketball IQ. He can shoot it. He can handle it. He can pass it. He runs the floor. But we got the traditional big man in Braxton, the transfer from Washington. Now he's conventional. He's going to post up, dunk on you. He's a rim protector, and he's a big body, and it's a big athletic body. It's not your normal 300-pound, flabby big man. This guy is put together, big legs, big arms, 7 foot, 7'1", wingspan, and the guy is being taught. Coach Hoiberg has the basketball IQ out of this world, and his assistants do a phenomenal job. Nate, from the defensive standpoint, he does. Just watching these guys practice, the energy that they possess out there, and every minute for the 2 hours that they're practicing, they are running and they're getting after it, and the coaches are getting after it. It's, and I know we finished third last year, and I know a couple publications have us at 14, 15, something like that, but we're going to surprise teams. And the Big Ten better watch out.
Well, it's funny because yesterday you talk about Braxton being conventional. I'm almost positive Coach mentioned during his press conference that they may let him shoot some threes.
Well, he works on his threes. Now,
Braxton.
What I'm saying, Braxton, everybody works on the threes. Everybody shoots the threes. Because his offense is predicated on the perimeter, but we are fortunate enough to have a Braxton that if we need be, go down in the middle. They're teaching him to drop step, just dunk. Right now he catches alley-oops, and if he gets an open shot, he just dunks it. But now you got to learn how to post up. Like Shoe would have been a great big man. And, being honest, they go to the block, and the pump fakes, the footwork,
up and under action,
up and under dunk, because he's reversing and coming. I told somebody today, this week, that I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't shatter a backboard.
Yeah. Yeah. Now I usually don't drink the Kool-Aid until the season starts, until I see a couple of games. But I had the opportunity to go to a practice briefly, and I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. That's huge for me. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. T called me. I came down to practice, and just the size of our postmen and the athletic ability and way they run the court and can shoot and handle the basketball. It's amazing. I was shocked. And the walk-ons and it's just incredible.
The kid, Shoe likes the kid from Ashland.
Yeah, there's kids that are walk-ons. There's kids that are walk-ons that can be starters at other D1 schools, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, what I witnessed for that brief moment I was there was incredible. So, you know, back in my day, Andre Smith, 6'7", 6'8", was the post player that was posting up, mid-range game, but nothing of what you see today, what these kids are doing at 6'10", 6'11", 7 feet. I mean, it's just incredible. Just incredible.
That's
the skill set.
If Shoe's drinking the Kool-Aid, I'm in.
Yeah.
That's how you know.
Yeah.
T always drinks the Kool-Aid.
T,
so, you know,
T mixes it up and provides it.
Yeah, little red down there. Little red down there always.
He's over here like this, and he's serving it up.
Yeah.
But I think it's a common thing right now. I mean, obviously, T all in, Coach Hoiberg figuring his way through this roster, whether it be through Nate or Zig or whoever, Adam Howard recruiting.
Yep.
But to hear it from Shoe now, and like Robin Washington, even yesterday, I could hear it in his voice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's a different squad. And again, I think that's been Fred's theme, is something that you're going to be proud to go watch.
There was another
not just from the front row.
There was another assistant coach there yesterday. Scott Howard was there. He works for the Denver Nuggets organization, and he's been in the NBA for like 24 years. And he was a coach for Coach Nee for about 2 or 3 years. And we got a chance to talk, and he was there. He got a chance to talk to the team yesterday afternoon, and for about an hour or what have you. And he was able to kind of observe some of the talent yesterday as well. So Coach Hoiberg, with his connections in the NBA, and I told his parents, I told Quentin Ryan's parents that with Coach Hoiberg's connections and, you know, his 10-year career in the NBA, not only working in the, you know, he was the executive, he worked in the office. He's also was a coach. So he knows all the ins and outs of the NBA, and what better coach to play for that can prepare you for that next level, because he knows what it takes to get to that next level. And that's what I share with the parents as well as, of course, the Cornhusker fans and the facilities, the academics, you know, and the following across the country is not only in Nebraska, but wherever you go, and they're welcoming and they take care of you. They're in your corner for the rest of your life. You know, nowhere you can go right now outside of Lincoln, somebody's going to recognize you from Nebraska, or especially living in Lincoln. You know, and that's why, you know, Shoe's going to have a great opportunity to get back on the council. Just being a former Husker is going to be a big time assistance just for him and how he's carried himself over the years. So, I mean, go Big Red all day long.
Well, I think it's also an interesting thing before we go to break here in a minute is the fact that you guys talk about the brotherhood and keeping up and up with Coach and that stuff, but to be able to have an individual like Bryce McGowan's who spent 1 year here.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, he could have easily said, man, I did my one and done, I'm out.
Yeah.
But he returns back, and you have a recruit that can talk to a NBA guy about what it's like. Not just Fred, because Fred's an old man like us, right? Come on, man. But I can talk. Bryce takes the time to come back and talk, and then Fred can say, I see you being a player like Bryce. I can see you being a player like Bryce Williams. There's some vision there that really, I think, helps. And to see a presence of a guy like Bryce McGowan's adopt and come back after 1 year and still bleed the red.
Well, most players do when they get an opportunity. I think Isaiah Roby has been back a few times. And if Ty Lue wasn't so engulfed in coaching and part of the Olympics and things that sort, all-star weekends and things, he would be back more often.
We'll go to break here in a minute. A few comments real quick. Rain at 40 says, we're all drinking the Roulade, but it is the Fred juice come ball season coming up. Triz, what up, Triz? Triz says, damn, T, you got me wondering if I got any eligibility left. Go Big Red. Also, one more coming in here on Twitter, on X. Kelly Prater, what's up, my friend? He said, old self-employed carpet guy driving around town all day. Love to hear that, Shoe. Small business guys are out there listening, my friend. So let's take a break. And when we come back, let's go to Troy Dannon. There's about 2 or 3 clips we got of some stuff that he hit on last night on Sports Nightly.
You're listening to the Morning Hookup with Bill Hooks and Will Wilson. More coming up.
Morning, Claire. Nora said, you were well behaved. Better than Hooksy after the Rumplemints.
I told you. I told you. I was good last night.
You had Rumplemints?
Oh,
He did.
yeah, but Nora, come on. I had like 17 drinks when you did that to me.
You decided to do it.
Were you there too, or you?
Not last night. This is a while back.
This was actually the night
March
of the Big Ten tournament where we
Big Ten
beat
tournament.
Indiana.
Yep.
Oh,
Well, I don't remember. I was there. I stayed downtown. Had too much to drink that night. We may turn into a Rumplemints, which
I love to hear that Shoe is trying to address the traffic problem, man. That makes me happy.
Well,
damn road construction.
well, the
people are
bicycle
stupid.
lane, you really need that because you imagine them on the sidewalk,
Yeah.
people walking and
Yeah, it's illegal now to ride a bicycle on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
You can be
Mhm.
ticketed for
Yeah.
that. Mhm.
Nora said no visit from Hooks and T on my first half shift. No, T came in.
yes,
You came. She was working
I'm
the beer
sorry.
trough, that night. Nora was.
yeah, I
I
was
was
there.
at the game. By the time you guys got there, and then afterwards,
Yeah, it's a good excuse.
next time I promise I'll come there.
I do make my way there every time I'm in Lincoln,
We love seeing you there. Yeah.
and then maybe next year when I come back for the alumni, which I think is going to be January,
What would that? Let's predict that.
I'll be able to have a beverage.
Adult soda. An
Soda.
adult soda.
Yeah,
Let's predict it.
might have
Let's
to
see.
ease my way back, but
Yeah,
Let's predict. You
Tolerance is going to be pretty low.
Yeah.
Think, I think it's January, right?
yeah. And see, it's one of the Saturday games. We don't have a lot of Saturday games, and it looks like I
Yeah,
was
no
talking to
damn
Pat last
games.
night. Looks like
January 4th?
yeah, it may be.
That early? After the
Maybe.
first of the year?
Yep.
That's UCLA.
That's the only Saturday game, right? Yep.
Only Saturday game in January. Or you'd have to go to March 1st. Saturday, March 1st.
Definitely probably be January.
It'd be January.
January,
4th.
March. Only 2 Saturdays in between. You can't
Yep.
go a Sunday because people come in and out.
I would love to see the record on Legends Day because I feel like we win every
Yeah.
Legends Day.
We do, except for that year with Tim Miles, and it was Iowa. Clean our clock.
I
Maybe
remember
you
that.
were there.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember that. Ooh.
Oh, man.
But
All I remember is who got the loudest cheer on T.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
you remember the text?
I know. I keep everything. I got a lot of texts in here.
No, he was debating not showing up, but he's showing
Today?
up this year. No,
Oh,
no,
really?
no, to the next alumni weekend.
I thought I had a out of town appointment.
I just
Trip,
remember who's
but
speaking.
I realize now that I don't, so I'm looking forward to Husker Alumni Weekend.
We all got the 4 of us got a good dose of T's coach talking that night.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'll never forget
Yeah.
Shoe's face.
Oh, we sit right by us. He's like,
Yeah,
Oh,
I
my
think a lot of
God.
his former players
Yeah.
was cringing.
Yeah.
all these coaches.
Oh,
He was like, all
gosh.
these coaches making all this money.
Mm.
Meanwhile, I got no.
Fred's like, I'm right here.
Meanwhile, we got no skin in the game. I'm just enjoying every second.
Yeah, we had no skin in the game.
And we're looking like cut the mic.
Didn't you loan him $20?
We had to load him 20.
Sit tight, guys. Sit tight.
Night I can't sleep, I toss and turn. Candlesticks in the dark, visions of bodies being burned. 4 walls closing in, getting bigger. I'm paranoid, sleeping with my finger on the trigger.
Welcome back in the morning hookup. Happy hump day. Thanks for hanging out with us. Bill Hooks, Will Wilson, T. Buchanan, Shoe in the house. It's having a good old time, man.
Oh yeah,
It's having a good old time.
it's always a good time. Always a good time. Shoe's phone's blowing up.
yeah, it
you
is.
know,
He's
like-
getting a lot. He's a busy man. Man.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
A lot of
No,
congratulations.
don't worry
going.
about it. Once I get the schedule of the city council meetings that's on TV,
Oh, we showing up.
I won't be seeing it, but I'll be texting it from
Those are-
Arizona.
Yeah, aren't those like live, like open to the public?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, they are.
Live.
Yeah.
Morning hookup.
I watch them all the time when I'm in the newsroom. So it'd
Oh my
be,
gosh.
be good to get a familiar face on there with
When-
Jerry
When
Shoecraft.
you see someone do this,
Yeah.
Yeah. He trying to be under the camera.
Like, oh, T's texting Shoe again.
That's great. So let's keep talking some Huskers. A lot of things that fans will be excited about. I mean, it's a lot of talk, but Troy Dannon was on Sports Night last night. I think the biggest thing was, well, you and I had this conversation about the Friday night games.
Yep.
They're all fine and dandy for networks and bigger environments. Not saying Nebraska's not, but it's about the city of Lincoln. You want to talk about congestion and a problem.
Right.
That's a problem. Troy Dannon has gone out last night and said he wrote a letter with the tipping of the cap of the president and everybody let him go do it, requesting that Nebraska not play any more Friday night games in the city of Lincoln. Not a fan of them. And here's some of the quotes, by the way. I know you got part of it, don't you? Do you have that?
I don't.
Not that one. Dannon requested Nebraska no longer host Friday night games outside of Black Friday. He will continue to want Black Friday as that tradition continues. He said he didn't want any more Friday night games disrupting classes. He says, considering there are 90,000 seats in Memorial Stadium, home games create congestion on campus while students are trying to get class on time. Those damn students didn't even go to class, right? They shut her down. They canceled in-person classes. He said he sent the letter yesterday to the commission with the blessing of the president and the chancellor requesting not to host those games anymore to cause class disruption, downtown city disruption. Lincoln's it's a great football community. It's just not good with that kind of stuff. The logistical nightmare of a Friday trying to get staff down there, the businesses down there. He's now said, I don't want any more of that crap.
I'm just curious to what the economic impact will be once they tally this up and see if we benefited from night games. I'm curious as compared to Saturday afternoon games. But I'm also curious as to the logic of having 4 straight or 3 straight night games, which is unusual.
Yeah, it was. Now, one thing I'm thinking about this is, I appreciate him looking out for everybody. He's sending a letter. He's trying to get it changed. I don't think it's going to work. Yeah, I mean, the second you say yes to this, now you put yourself in a position where you have to say yes to any school that's wanting to not play a Friday game. Now there's 18 teams in this conference. Like, I don't think I don't think writing a letter is going to change all this stuff. Now, I'm hoping Dannon would send a letter to God asking to fix our kicking game. That would be awesome.
Yeah, no way. I agree.
The only complaint I had is my feet hurt. I did a lot of walking.
He has followed other ADs, but Michigan also has requested, as well as Michigan State. These are both campuses that are very close proximity to their stadiums. If you've ever been to the Big House, it's in a neighborhood, it's by campus. It causes a lot of congestion and all that anxiety. Now he did say, look, I know that it could happen again, but I wanted my voice to be heard, saying this is why. I think there's a lot of social anxiety too. I mean, for parents who have kids in school, not university, they're on their own, but they're figuring out when your kids get out at 3 or 3:30, how do you get them? How do you get downtown? Friday night football. There was a lot of logistical stuff from the Friday night football having to go to Thursday, but some communities did not. They went on with their Friday night games.
Yep.
But don't the university have to agree on these schedules? I mean, who made the final call?
The Big Ten throws them out there, and you pretty much get that.
Right.
Also, it's from the Big Ten.
Now, the Big Ten can still come out and say, yeah, we appreciate you, because, again, they're going to look at this and go, they came away with on 4.2 million people turned into Fox.
Yeah.
To watch that
The
game.
networks control all of this. It's really up to them.
It's the 3rd most watched game of the week, by the way, on Friday night.
Also, I mean, if you want to talk about having midweek events, did anybody really complain about volleyball day in Nebraska? I mean, there's more people there than a football game. Nobody had any problems with that during the week.
Yeah.
Just saying.
That's a great point.
I don't think
they had one game on a Friday night. I mean, so that didn't interfere too much with the Lincoln Public Schools high school football game. So
it's an interesting thing. I think Dannon throws it out there, saying his voice for the university and the city. And because again, for me, I think I don't know enough about it, but I know what one of our future councilmen could figure out for us is the fact that how does that all work with staffing and the LPD figuring out and LFR and tailgating spots and all that stuff, how it all works, because there's businesses that need to operate in that Lincoln community.
Right.
Downtown.
Mm-hmm. This isn't Chicago. Yeah. This isn't out in LA, USC, or just pick some of those schools that can, or university facilities that are away from campus or off campus. some of that stuff. So he also talked about video boards. This has been a contingent part for a lot of people. If you were at a few of the games over the last few weeks and you look up at that really big, nice North scoreboard, video board, either got too hot or it's going out.
Right.
Because there was some bad coloring. There was some bad stuff going on. Okay. This is what Dannon had to say about the boards.
So are there any plans to upgrade the video board in North Stadium? The sound and screen seem...
By the way, shout out Greg Sharp.
Are there any plans to upgrade the video board in North Stadium? The sound and screen seem a little outdated. And in one game, it even went out. Go Big Red.
Yeah, I think the obviously part of the stadium rebuild, the South is going to get its own board, and what I would term is going to be a massive board in the South. The North, we're looking right now at whether we can just take the existing infrastructure and put a new screen over the top of it for next season. I think the North board has outlived its useful life, and I'd hoped to put a new board into the South and just take our chances with the North board, but we won't be able to do the South board till the stadium's construction is underway. So we got to get something done in the North, and I think the entire stadium needs a sound system. And I'm sure the focus, again, we put some new amps in this year. I think the sound, from what I understand, is better than it was a year ago, but we're still doing some sound in the field. I think we'll end up with a new sound system built within the scoreboard in the South in time. But certainly a different video board looks to be in the cards maybe as early as next year if we can get the components in time.
Okay.
A lot said there, by the way. One, he talked about the video boards for sure. What else did he tell you?
The sound,
but the South is still in the mix to be doing with some construction.
Yeah.
Because a lot of that was halted, by the way. Obviously,
he said they weren't going to do that.
There's no plan for it yet. There's something. They don't know the extent of it. If it's just a remodel of seats,
that's what I was going to say.
If it's a reduction, they don't know if it's the whole. The question is it the whole tear down still? Right. And by the way, isn't it great as a new boss to come in and have the former boss dump a bunch of crap on your lap?
Gross.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Trev leaves and he's like, hey, I'm going to leave you with no beer baseball, but you got to figure that out. And we got all kinds of Wi-Fi and board crap going on in the stadium. And by the way, I'm planning on knocking down the South side. Good luck.
I hope they had seats because, with the big house, they're over 100,000. Yeah. I mean, I think Michigan and Ohio State both are over 100,000. Yeah. I mean, we need to get to that.
They're going to get you a reduction before you get an addition.
But with the
this is going to go this. I think what you'll see at Memorial Stadium is a reduction. They're going to get you below 80.
With the construction master plan, they have to reduce seats in order to do what they want to do. So I don't see a way to add seats.
There was a lot of feedback on the bench style seating. You could see this in the future, whenever that is, to be real nice seating like the club seats, all the way around, like seats. Yeah, man. When you get the seats in place, you need cup holders when they put beer in the place.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
It's not going to affect our consecutive sellouts. I don't care if it's 100,000 or less.
No. I mean,
so at that point, now they're working the North board. I have had people say it's been louder in the stadium this year. I did not know new amps went in. Interesting. Sometimes I know I've heard people in the North say it's really loud in the North. I'm in the South, so it sounds nice. Right. You can really hear it, but I think what they're telling you is that they need some upgrades sound-wise because it's all coming out of the North. This way.
Balloons.
Oh, yeah.
Was also talked about.
Balloons was talked about.
So, question, will we see more balloons in 2024?
Homecoming.
Okay.
I think that's the plan. I'd love to do them at homecoming every year and then pick another game out. Weather permitting, right? We're not into something that's going to prohibit it. I'd like to see them for Rutgers.
There you go.
But aren't we at 3 homecoming games this year? 3 or 4
for us?
Yeah,
on the road, probably.
I think it's 3 or 4.
Really?
That will be at. Yeah.
Wow.
Ours in a couple of weeks. So you're gonna get balloons 3 o'clock.
Yeah, that one girl who
great. They're gonna be back on the news saying how bad it
is. But it's that one girl who is like pushing this movement of the helium shortage. She's gonna be pissed.
I remember that happened. What was a couple of years ago when they had to eliminate the balloons due to the shortage.
Yeah,
of of helium. So that's interesting.
We gotta get on Linwell. I used to work for a company there in the summertime that we used to.
Oh
yeah,
that's good stuff. So,
well, Danny, I will say it's so interesting to see this guy talk because compared to when Trev was here, you really don't see him a lot. You really don't hear from him a lot. I don't know if that's a coincidence or just how different they were, but he's obviously doing an okay job. I find that different. You saw Trev a lot.
Trev
was a former player,
right.
and football players are used to being NFL. They're used to being seen,
right?
And which I don't think is a bad thing. You want to know where this guy is so you can ask questions. Make yourself available.
Right.
That's just
there. You go. Dannon's got some plans in place. Something's going to happen as we get along. So let's take another break and we come back. We'll drop in a little football too. And I want to get you guys take both coordinators talked yesterday. Tony White had a very, very open and honest comment yesterday. We'll get to that and a whole lot more.
More next on the Morning Hookup on KFOR.
Balloons are back. Ryan 840 said, only time I don't agree with T got reduced seats so bums can actually fit in seats.
I get that.
Guess I don't quite understand that.
Well, I guess the seating is kind of.
It is.
It's tight.
When my roommate and I went to the Colorado game, we got there late. I mean, we could barely squeeze into our seats.
Well, it's it goes from really good, right? Because think about the bench. Shannon Sharp. It goes in the summertime, right? You're just in shorts and t-shirts, right?
Yeah.
Then you get into the cold games, and the big coats come out. They get tight.
Yeah. Shannon Sharp.
You hit the link, didn't you?
No, that was actually Molly Quorum on
hit the link.
On First Take.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah. There's people listening to you.
Oh,
have you been in trouble multiple times on this show?
Yeah, T likes Molly.
I got in trouble one time.
Molly's she's good. I like Joy too.
I got T in trouble one time.
Easy.
When he was going shopping for shirts.
Speaking of, I had to go shop when I get back.
Why would you go shopping? All you wear is little red outfits. Why?
Jamie's taking me shopping.
Wow. That's been on for a while.
Whoa. Jamie.
Whoa.
Jamie. Haven't heard that name for a while.
No. Is that allowed on the show?
Jamie's still around.
You guys know I'm an open book. Quit asking me questions. Quick comment.
This is a radio show.
This is a radio show.
Yeah.
It's just streaming right now.
Yeah.
Shane said my dad and I have they have aisle seats last Friday, and anytime we went to sit down, one of my cheeks was not fitting on the bench. That's on the aisle.
On the aisle. Aisle seats are good, but then the only bad thing is you got to stand up every time somebody wants in or out.
Yeah.
So don't you stand up throughout the game?
I'm always up.
Yeah.
Colorado, people stood the whole game.
Against Illinois too, and where we're at, there's a lot of people up for a long time.
Yeah.
See, Sarah says I love an aisle seat. I'm standing up anyways.
There you go, Sarah. That's what I was thinking. I'll be standing up. I mean,
you don't buy a seat to sit in.
You hate walking, so you're not going to.
I probably walked 10 miles on Friday night, and my feet were killing me.
Well, I noticed when you came in, you seem a little tired.
I was looking for somewhere to sit. I was trying to stand and be cool, and it didn't work.
Well, my wife's law firm had a tailgate inside Embassy Suites. He walked in there pretty fast to that food. Yeah.
You were invited, weren't you?
Yes.
Was your name on the list?
Yes.
His name was on
I felt esteemed. I felt like I was somebody when I walked in there. Had my name tag. Even though they had to move my name tag up.
What was it say? What did your name tag say?
Henry T. Buchanan.
All right, I didn't know.
But they said it was too low, so they moved it up.
Too low?
Yeah, I think I had it under my.
Yeah, it is. Near his belly button.
It wasn't that.
Well, you started early trying to get downtown.
No, they moved it out.
Funny.
Great
he came
food.
in sweating and taking off his hat because he had to walk 4 blocks.
No, it was hot. but was it Klein and Williams?
Klein Williams.
Klein Williams, man, they put on a phenomenal tailgate and big screen TVs, great food and beverages for the ones who drink sodas. And
sit tight, guys. Hold on.
So baby girl, put it on. What would I be without you? I only think about you. Yeah. I know you're tired of being alone.
Welcome back in the morning hookup. Having a great time on a hump day. Hope you guys are off to a great start.
You know, so far, Hooks, these two are doing pretty well
been
together.
civil.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
civil.
I made a promise.
There's been no
Yeah,
talk
so-
about toilet paper or if your great wife had served him dinner yet.
well,
or you're
let me-
missing out,
let me
or if you're missing out on your snacks.
Well, let me start by what I've had.
Ooh,
I've had fish,
like fresh.
fresh fish
Woo,
from Minnesota.
woo.
Oh, it was phenomenal.
Okay.
I've had my shepherd's pie.
Yes, you did.
I've had cinnamon rolls. I had my corn popcorn. I've had
Speaking of, we got some of that the last.
she
time.
made this sandwich. Oh my goodness. It was like salad, a little meat in it. And I don't know what could you help me out there, Jerry? What else was
It was like a Jersey Mike sub cut up on a board, and then you put it into like a wrap. He enjoyed it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he got taken care of. I mean, I starve when he's not here. So
You don't get
I
this.
was, so, and what the kicker was like 10 o'clock at night, we're watching TV, and she comes in and says, Henry, do you want a sandwich?
She calls me T.
And she goes get him a sandwich at 10 o'clock at night.
She asked you.
And then I get up. He goes, Shoo, can you bring me an ice cream sandwich? And I was like, oh, gosh,
Well, since you're up.
Since you're up. So I go get him an ice cream sandwich. Yeah. He's spoiled.
So many good comments. Ryan said, need cup holders for beers for sure. Name tags are a sore subject right here. Greg says, Ryan 840 says, Shoe's behavior is politically important now. I think we've hit one here. It's politically important.
You know what's killing me right now. As soon as we're off air, I gotta hear. I'll be here.
Has your wife text you just saying you're doing well? Are you getting any
Let me
feedback?
check.
Have you got any good?
She-
You got any feedback yet?
She told me to be nice.
I know. I'm
To
just
him,
make sure you're
and
getting
I'm being
positive.
nice. I'm being
feedback.
nice.
I just hope that
but
this
I have
show.
to admit, Susan makes up for his meanness.
I just hope that the show and the moderation that we're trying to conduct here doesn't reflect bad in your initial numbers. Okay. Okay.
I have to be nice to him. I can't bite on
Speaking
him.
of that reflection, real quick, and then we got a lot of stories to get to. Those UNLV quarterback I want to talk about. Speaking of a quarterback that's really played his tail off, it's Dylan Riola. He's played a phenomenal four games so far. Got it to 3-1. I want to get you guys' take because Tony White does not miss words. He's accountable with defense that has struggles tackling. They've looked off after the last couple of games. This is what they were asked about he was asked about it. He said, White said Dylan Riola was bawling his ass off on Friday night. When he plays like that and the offense scores 24 points, we need to help his ass out.
Great point.
Yeah.
Talking about putting it out there. Here it is.
Well, I like what
Because I'm like that. If you got a defense like this, you score 24 points, you better win ball games.
Yeah.
Well, I did y'all hear Isaac Gifford's interview where he just kind of talked about that we each individually got to take accountability.
Mm-hmm.
You can't point fingers. You look at yourself, and we individually got to look at what we did personally and what we need to do to improve and play better. And I like that accountability. You know, you're not pointing fingers and saying such and such missed assignments. And I got an opportunity to talk to his dad, Sam, after the game, and of course, your dad's going to be frustrated. And he just talked about it that they tricked us a couple times. Yeah. And let's be honest, Illinois is a good team. I mean, you
got outcoached.
It's not
from a physicality standpoint. I never thought that they would win that battle.
No, I thought we were going to win the game regardless of how well Illinois was playing. But after the game, I said, I felt horrible. But at the same time, I said, we lost to a pretty good team. I mean, and that's not making an excuse for our loss and saying that they're not great by no means. They're 4-0. and they beat KU when they were ranked. So we can't ignore that. We were on the roll, they were on the roll, and they got us. We just got to take care of business this weekend against Purdue, and you got to have a short memory. I mean, you got to have amnesia and get ready prepare for the next game and win this one on the road and move forward. And try to be 6-1 when we play the Buckeyes.
Yeah, and you hope I mean, you're going to a team, Purdue, obviously not good. But how many times have we seen our team go to games like this and lose? I'm not scared, but I don't know. I that defense kind of scared me on Friday.
Well, we got to respond. And now we see what we're made of. How do we respond after a loss?
When you're going to go to a place where there's a coach that doesn't like you, for sure. He's talked about it. Ryan Walters, also coming off being a defensive coordinator at Illinois.
Right.
There's experience with not Dylan, but the offense and what Coach Rule does and things like that. So for us, I think we'll be watching a couple things coming up the rest of the week. The next time Coach Rule takes the podium, a couple things you'll be looking for. What's the status on Mazuka? Right after his whatever's happening. Will he return? Because the offensive line, we got problems a little bit with Cochran going down with his injury. Tommy Hill, what's the status on Tommy Hill? What's the status on our kicker? Sounds like we know we got some issues there. Also, it's the first time Nebraska's got to put a travel roster together. Who's left off of it? Interested to watch. That'll tell you a lot about maybe some injuries or issues or redshirting stuff like that. Who makes that first roster?
Is that a morning game Saturday?
11 o'clock on Peacock.
Yeah.
Well, 9 o'clock for me.
Yeah. You're going to be awake?
Oh, yeah. I miss it.
He has his routine on Saturdays. He goes to Costco's, then he washes his clean car again.
Like a damn Costco run.
And it's just, he washes his car and it's already
when you
clean.
go to Costco, do you buy nothing but like honey buns?
Yeah,
and
that's
like
it.
Bulk honey buns.
That's it. Bulk honey buns.
Dunkin' Donut things.
Yeah, that too.
Use that.
Our cupboard. I don't eat a lot of sweets, but our cupboard is filled up with his honey buns and cakes, and he just wipes it out. So, yeah.
I got a sweet tooth.
You do.
Say that again.
You do. Yeah.
But I'm going to slow down, because she did make that sandwich and kind of hinted that I got to start eating more healthy.
Yes.
So promise to myself that I'll start buying a tomato.
One.
I recommend the hot food bar at Whole Foods.
She did. She made a phenomenal salad too, and she told
Caesar
me,
salad.
Caesar salad is in a bag. It's already kind of mixed up for you, and something like that.
And
so
she added to it. Yeah.
And she added.
There's a bag of salads you can mix up with her.
Yeah. So she kind of told me about that. So I'm going to try that, and it's good. Rough it, it's good for your bowel movement too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Prune juice is also good for
let's
prune juice.
Do you want to break? You want to get to stories that we missed?
Let's keep it here.
All right, let's get some
Yeah,
stories.
let's get to stories we
that
missed. Yeah, let's do it. All right, good.
The stories we missed. The morning hookup.
This might be the biggest one out there. And I think there's a lot of conversation about this. Quarterback out of UNLV, Matthew Sluka, enters a transfer portal, by the way. This is what he had to say. I decided to utilize my redshirt year and not be playing any additional games this season. I committed to UNLV based on certain representations that were made to me, which were not upheld after I enrolled. Despite the discussions, it's clear that these commitments would not be fulfilled in the future. I wish my teammates the best of luck this season and hope for the continued success of the program. They're off to a 3-0 start and my gosh, he's got 318 yards passing, 6 touchdowns. The money didn't come in.
Yep.
Right. But isn't that sad, though, to think nowadays that all these kids are thinking about is how much money are they going to get?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, I mean, I don't know if they're ever going to do anything about this, but it's just gotten totally out of hand. And for a young athlete just to now abandon his team because he didn't get more likely the NIL money that he was promised, now he's just going to pack his bag and leave.
Why can't the company just live up to their end of the deal and pay the money?
Well,
what Chucky wouldn't talk to you, it was $750 minimum. $750,000.
This is what we got when we all wanted these athletes. This is what's on the table.
Yeah.
These situations can happen. It looks bad, right? It absolutely looks bad for both.
Right.
To me, I said, this kid, whatever this kid made a deal, He thought he made a deal, and he's out.
I mean, to me, the biggest story is that this team, they're saying, is the lead runner to get that G5 spot in the playoff. Like, they're having a damn good season. He's just walking away from his teammates.
Right. Yeah, it looks bad.
That's insane to me.
Right. Yeah.
It's interesting.
But what other school would take a
stop?
chance on him knowing that he could do that again to them?
This can't be the first time this happens.
Well, no, but
It happens.
it's just not a good
It
look.
happens every year in bowl season.
Yeah.
Similar situations
Yeah.
about their futures.
Right.
Does it not?
Sure.
Maybe not NIL connected, but they're every year in bowl season. You have kids that walk away from their teams going to the NFL.
Right. But not
with NIL.
not in week 5.
Not in week 5.
Yeah.
But this is where you're at. It's what you're going to get, and you can't stop it.
I wonder if it was one of those things, because you know how they say there's tampering going on where, like, you know, coaches will offer money to this kid and have him transfer. I wonder if he got offered that before he committed.
That, and I also want to know in this situation if there's deals out there. Was there a signature applied anywhere? Was this a handshake deal? Because I know that signatures in this world apply.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For people to be held accountable. That's why we do these documents.
Yeah.
It's kind of that whole of stuff we don't really know about. I think Nebraska, by the way, is in a very unique situation to have an athletic department that has provided services.
Yeah.
Right.
For financial stability, how to pay taxes, all that.
Yeah. Well, and also, too, what's more important, money or having a successful season, maybe winning a conference championship, go to the college football playoff? Because obviously money is more important to this kid. I mean, that's interesting right
been
there.
told cash is king.
Yeah.
Money talks and BS walks.
Nora wanted you to know that Fleetwood, the restaurant downtown, has a chicken Caesar salad sandwich.
What?
Hey, T, there you go.
Where's Fleetwood at?
Fleetwood. Right. You know where Fleetwood is.
Right up underneath his sister.
It's actually catty corner, right where I live.
Yeah.
It's just right down the street from your spot. From Leadbelly.
Oh, right down the road.
Yeah.
Right there. Ryan 840 says, T, don't change life short. Life's too short. Eat the honey buns. Greg also said T's Costco run also includes 2-ply toilet tissue.
I did take a picture. And when I showed up Wednesday morning, as soon as I walk in, to my domain down in the basement, and they have a table by the basement door, a brand new package of 2-ply toilet paper. I had to take that with me. He's too lazy to walk it downstairs.
Wow. Wow. Well, what else you got story? What other story you got? I know you had a bunch.
So this weekend is the President's Cup. Is that right?
That is. It's up. Let's go. How many we won in a row? 4 or 5 of these in a row?
4 or 5. So we're not losing again. Is that right?
I don't know. Don't say that. Then that,
Obviously, the President's Cup, us 4 playing is a lot more.
Live players are playing. Because didn't they okay that?
They have okayed. The PGA of America has okayed live golfers to qualify for the PGA Championship and the Ryder Cup, the Ryder Cup,
but not the President's Cup.
Not the President's Cup. Yeah.
Currently, right now, it's the odds are around minus 300 for USA to win this one. Against internationals. There's there's a lot of lines out there you can look at. But
by the way, how is this different than the Ryder Cup?
No Europeans. This is USA versus the rest.
Right.
So there's no Roy McIlroy. There's no Europeans. It is like the Australia, Asia, the others.
Yeah.
Because they're not invited. The others are not others. I keep saying others. It's just Europe, the USA, and the Ryder Cup. This is everyone else.
Okay. Yeah. So put your money on the US.
Yeah.
All right. Well, T, when do you fly out?
Yeah, man.
Fly out today, actually. I have to go finish my laundry, finish packing, say my goodbyes.
I assume those goodbyes are always bittersweet.
Well, sad to see you go, T. I mean, last time you were here for 3 weeks and now this time a week. But, hey, looking forward to you coming back.
As Lil Wayne once said, I can't remember the lyrics.
Oh,
Dang it!
Man, you had it. I thought you were going to dazzle us.
Well, I do have to say thanks to our future councilman for the hospitality. His lovely wife always do a phenomenal job of looking out for me, protecting me
Wow.
from this great man of
This sounds like a campaign manager.
Oh gosh, yeah.
great,
Well,
man.
I think it's safe to say the morning hookup officially endorses Jerry Shoecraft.
and Amy and Johnny as well
Awesome.
for looking out. And I'm going to Kale's, their little sister, to do my laundry.
So we got to get out of here. You guys have a great hump day. We'll
Right.
catch you on a
Oh, yeah.
Thursday.
Awesome.